Hello, my name is Linda and I am a born again mama. I'd like to share with everyone some things that's happened in my life and how I came to believe in God. My faith isn't based on my knowledge of this. When I came face to face with the Lord, I really found out how much I didn't know what was in there. My true faith came from an experience that I cannot put into words. It's really hard to not cry. So there's no words that can describe that moment. All I know is after that moment, I believed. Those are the only words that I can truly use. Because I believed. I believe there is something out there. There is something living within us. There is something watching over us. There is something protecting us. And in a moment, I believed this whole book is true and that it was from God. Yes, it was written by a man. Oh, well, actually, many men. But I do believe that God spoke through them. And I believe that because He has spoken through me. And if He can speak through me, He can probably speak through anyone. Um, I guess I can just start with the night that I called my crossroads. Um, I was at a Women of Faith conference in Houston, Texas, and there was a lady on the stage preaching, and her name was Priscilla Shire. I guess she's kind of famous. Movie War Room. She was in that movie. Anyway, I didn't know who she was back then. I'm not even sure if she was famous back then. But anyway, she was preaching, and the scripture that she preached changed my whole life. And I'd like to read it to you. If I can stop being emotional and find it. So really, okay. It's titled "The Spirit of Infirmity." It's a hard word to say in word braces. It's from Luke chapter 13, verses 10 through 17. Now Jesus, was teaching in one of the synagogues on the Sabbath, and behold, there was a woman who had a spirit of infirmity for 18 years, and was bent over, and could no way raise herself up. But when Jesus saw her, he called her to him and said to her, "Woman, you are loosed from your infirmity." And he laid his hands on her, and immediately she was made straight and glorified God. Just 1 second. But the ruler of the synagogue answered with indignation, because Jesus had healed on the Sabbath, and he said to the crowd, "There are 6 days on which men ought to work. Therefore come and be healed on them, and not on the Sabbath day." The Lord then answered him and said, "Hypocrite, does not each of you on the Sabbath loose his oxen or donkey from the stall and lead it away to water it? So ought not this woman, being a daughter of Abraham, whom Satan has bound?" Think of it, for 18 years, be loosed from this bond on the Sabbath. And when he said these things, all his adversaries were put to shame, and all the multitude rejoiced for all the glorious things that were done by him. that little bit of scripture held so much meaning to me, and it didn't until a few months ago. That night, I wasn't sure what happened. I knew something happened. I felt something. Because after she preached about this, she called for everyone to reach out their hands and pray and just whatever it is within us, just give it to God. And at that point, my life was pretty much had no other way to go because so much has been going on. And we'll get all to that later on. But right now, I just want to get to my experience with God. I know we all prayed, and I just remember I had my head down, and I was telling God, just fix it, fix everything, fix whatever it is that's coming between me and a relationship with you, because I know that you cannot do anything in my life until I get to know you. And then it was like at that moment, I felt something from the top of my head just going through me. And it was so calm. And then I look up and I see all these hands coming towards me, and the people that I was with, they're standing around me. That was a little weird. Because I'm a bubble person. I like to have my 3 feet bubble. You know what I mean? So, that is the experience that made me believe something. Because after that night and going home, everything that I thought I knew, everything I thought I felt, everything I thought I desired, it all changed. It all seemed like somebody else's thoughts and somebody else's desires. And it was really confusing for a long time, and I scrambled and scrambled to try and find the answers, and I kept asking other people to answer these questions when I should have been just reading this and praying. And I did learn that eventually, but I spent 3 years doing it the hard way, because that's how I do things. I do things the hard way. That night happened February 21st or 22nd. I'm really not clear on the day. I'll have to go back and do a little research. But anyway, I don't think that's really important. 2014. This week is the 4-year anniversary of that, and celebrate it like it's my birthday, because it's probably the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because now I get to go to heaven in eternity forever. We've got the presence of God. And I just pray that through whatever I've gone through in my whole life, and me getting over my insecurities and my fears and sharing it with the world, that someone else can experience this and will be able to spend eternity in His presence, because that's what this is all about. Loving each other through this life so we can spend eternity with our Creator. So I will end this video with that, and we'll continue to share my testimony and what God has showed to me through the Bible. And if there's any questions that anyone would like to ask me, because I have no idea what I'm doing, I just wanted to start and get this put out there. I'll just pray that this touches someone, maybe opens a door for them, plants a seed, because that's all it took, is one little seed. I have so much more I want to share, but I know long videos are just kind of probably frowned upon, but eventually, who knows? We'll see what God has in store. Right now, He just said, step outside of your comfort zone and trust me, which is, trust is such a hard thing for me to do. So there's me sharing with you. In Jesus' name, amen.